Okay, welcome to the 25 Blueprint System. I want you to find balance and earn more faster without the sacrifice of your soul. Okay, you don't have to sacrifice your spirituality or your friendships or your relationships or your finances to the point where you're worried about going broke or sacrificing your emotional well-being or your physical well-being or self-care practices. This is one of the things that stops us. A lot of times when it's time to go to the next level, we are intimidated and deterred because of these things being sacrificed or the concern that they're going to be sacrificed. This is why you've got to learn about these four gears that can help you earn more and faster. Now, first, let's make sure that you're using your imagination. And secondly, I want you to be smart or smarter about the decisions you're going to be making in the next couple of seconds. So, first, let's take a look at the first gear that you have to worry about when it comes to being able to earn and learn faster is this. You got to be a subject matter expert. That means you don't have to be a PhD. You just have to know more than the average person when it comes to solving a particular troubling problem that they have, that they're willing to spend money to have someone else solve for them. Second, they have to be able to trust that you are credible enough to do it. That means you've got to be able to remove their doubt that you're the one, that you're the person that can address this issue for them for whatever the price is that you want to charge. Okay. Third, you've got to have some super marketing skills or superior marketing skills. What does that mean? That means if you know Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, or print ads, or some combination of those four or beyond, you've got to understand how those things are going to continue to attract the right kind of people for you to help solve their problem with your subject matter expertise. If you don't have that, normally what people do is they outsource it and have someone do it who doesn't care about them or the outcome. All they care about is either getting a retainer or promising you that they're going to help you crush it, only to just take your money and have you be left disappointed. So let's say in the chance that you have all these three things working for you in cooking, at some point something's going to break down without this fourth element. And this fourth element, you take a look at this entire system, is a function of being able to answer this one question. Do you have the right systems to help you learn to earn faster or maintain what you've learned so that you can continue to earn faster? The answer is probably no, otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And so let's take a look at this fourth mysterious gear that's so necessary for us to be able to help you learn to earn faster. And it's an acceleration system. Okay. Now, this acceleration system comes down to being able to manage and balance your life in 24-hour cycles. And what do I mean by that? That means you've got to have a 24-hour blueprint system, a system that no matter when you wake up on any given day, you feel like things are being taken care of versus your energy being worried and consumed about what's going to fall apart today. What problems am I going to have today? Okay. So very, very key. And how do you access and leverage and make the most of that system? You'll find out in a couple moments. So first, let's talk about what it takes. Time is required for you to be able to execute and implement this. Attention is also required for you to be able to execute and implement this. If you're between the ages of 24 and 54 and you've got a family, right? You have a child or two or more, you've got a marriage situation or a partnership situation or whatever it is that your relationship situation is, you don't have time for both. So what do you do? And this is where, again, most people get stuck. This is why the 24-hour blueprint system was created to help you find that balance as you're making money or earning faster. So to begin, I want to share with you that help is here to help you sort that out. This is not some cookie cutter situation. You do have to start somewhere. And you can start below by booking a call to discuss how your 24-hour blueprint system app can help you accelerate to this outcome of being able to earn more faster or learning how to earn more faster. Okay. Very, very critical. And if you're a tire kicker, someone who's always like, oh, man, I don't know if I want to get started. Okay. Well, while you're figuring it out, someone is going to book and booking calls ahead of you. Okay. Which means there's less and less time for you to do this. And what I mean by less and less time for you to do this is this: we are in an age where there is more and more misinformation disguised as information, drowning people out. This is why we can't help everyone. Okay. So if you want to cut through the noise, there's only so many people that I personally I'm able to help with implementing this at a time. So if you are someone who's urgent and ready, please do yourself a favor and jump onto that calendar. Once the calendar fills for the time that this is available, you will be on a waiting list. Okay. Nothing wrong with being on a waiting list. It just delays and makes it slower for you to get to that place where you can earn faster. So, as I mentioned before, help is available. Go ahead. You can start below, answer a few questions using that link, and that'll help us both be ready to be able to get you where you need to be in a faster period of time. Okay. In a shorter period of time. So let's do this. Let's talk about three things that await. If you're someone who's like, oh, I don't know, this all seems too fast. This seems too rushed. Okay. I understand. Okay. But here's what I want to caution you about. About 6 months from now, you're going to be somewhere between excited or discouraged. And some of you are going to start out right now excited, but you're going to end up discouraged. And I call this future one. Future one are those who are failures. And I don't say that in some dismissive kind of way. Listen, we all have to start failing initially until we succeed. But here's what it looks like to have it be a permanent condition. You're indecisive. You're a DIY monster. Oh, I gotta do it myself. You find yourself getting overwhelmed as you're trying to do it by yourself, and you start running short on time for this. And what ends up happening is you put this off till later. That's, oh, you don't have time for this. And what ends up is you quit. Sound familiar? We've all been there. No one's, immune to that. And then there's those who take pride in future two. And those who take pride in future two, listen, I'm a future two person. I was there. And those are what I call the wingers, people who are always winging it. Okay. They think they can get by and still struggle and juggle. Struggle and juggle family, struggle and juggle with learning, struggle and juggle with logging in. And oh, I'll wake up at 6 a.m. to start getting this in. Oh, let me Google and YouTube search for the answers because I know somebody's, worked on this before. I'm going to go on Reddit and then I'm going to jump from webinar to webinar and see one thing pop up on my feed and click on download to download only to waste more time and energy and money trying to figure it out all by yourself. Again, you're going to trial and error to you try to survive this, but only for you to put things off till later for the next shiny object to capture your attention. And then the cycle begins up and down, up and down, up and down again. Okay. So future one and future two are pretty predictable, right? They don't end up in a path or the victory circle, which is why victory circle winners are part of future three. And future three folks are those who are very decisive. Some of you are already, answering the questions. You're hearing my voice right now as you're answering those questions in the intake survey for you to book your appointment. And you're decisive and you're getting the help that you need, or you're on your way to making sure that you're going to get the help that you need so that you can invest in yourself. That includes your time and the resources you need in order for you to get to where you want to go. And you're going to go to work right away, right? In less than 24 hours of booking your call, you're going to get an assignment, okay? And you're going to start using the tools and the trainings so that you can see results right away and scale. Okay. I don't know about you, but who wouldn't want a future three outcome? Doesn't make sense for anyone to want a future one or future two outcome if future three is guaranteed by making sure that you are taking action immediately. So the question is now, which future do you have? What's waiting for you? The minute you click off this video, what future is waiting for you without you being on the calendar for you to at least diagnose your situation and see if this is a good fit for you, right? So hopefully you chose future three, and future three starts below, okay? Click the link, fill out a few questions, and you'll be on the calendar for a conversation about what your situation is for you to become an extraordinary learner and earner quickly, okay? So to wrap this up, if you haven't already done this in starting below, I want to share with you this. About 6 months ago, I want to ask you a question. Where were you? How are things going? Were they cooking? Were you cooking with fish grease, as a good client of mine says? Right? I bet that you're no significantly further ahead now than you were 6 months ago. Because if you were, you wouldn't be here. And so I don't want you to let this be another 6 months ago decision that you didn't make. Don't let this be that. If you want the next 3 or 6 or 12 to be different, take some action now and get on the calendar. And let's talk about helping you be an extraordinary task picker when it comes to learning to earn more and executing and having a system in place to support you. It's as simple as that. So, that being said, head over to the link below and we'll see you on the other side.